You're betting your whole financial future without knowing it. Sounds a little extreme, right? But here's the thing, every single day, millions of people make small, automatic decisions that quietly shape their financial future, and most don't even realize it. And no, I'm not talking about risky investments or day trading. I'm talking about the everyday habits that feel normal, harmless even, but slowly sabotage your long-term wealth. Think about it, if you've ever looked at your bank account and thought, wait, where did it all go? Or if your credit card statement hits like a plot twist, this is for you. Because here's the truth, it's not just about how much you make, or even how smart you are. It's about the patterns you follow without thinking, the stuff we pick up from family, culture, and stress, and then repeat on autopilot. Now here's the wild part, most people don't lose money in one big moment. They lose it slowly, over time, death by 1,000 swipes, 1,000 I'll deal with it later decisions. And honestly, it's not your fault. Nobody teaches this stuff in school. But if you don't catch it soon, the cost won't just hit your wallet, it'll hit your peace of mind, your freedom, and your future. In this video, we're gonna break down the financial habits that seem harmless, but are actually holding you back. You won't need a finance degree, you don't have to give up everything you love, you just need to spot the leaks, and patch them before they flood your life. By the end, you'll know why most people stay stuck without even realizing it, and how to make sure that's not your story. Let's get into it. Most people don't realize it, but every time they swipe their card without thinking, they're basically playing roulette with their financial future. It feels harmless, right? Grabbing coffee here, ordering takeout there, but all those small habits add up fast. Without a clear monthly budget, it's like driving cross-country without GPS, fun until you're lost, broke, and stressed. This is why mastering personal finance starts with clarity over your income, fixed expenses, and savings goals. Think about it like in the show Stranger Things. Remember how the kids had zero plan when they entered the Upside Down? Total chaos. That's exactly how your bank account feels when you're spending without a roadmap. Having a budget doesn't mean you're limiting fun, it means you're giving every dollar a job, whether that's building your emergency fund or stacking investments for your future. It's about control, not restriction. Here's something super practical. Open up a Google Sheet or use a free app like Mint or an app. Track 3 basic things: what's coming in, what's going out, and what's left to save or invest. Even setting a simple spend limit for things like eating out or entertainment can make a huge difference. This is real financial psychology, rewiring how your brain sees money and avoiding that "where did my paycheck go?" panic. And here's the thing, most people skip this step because they assume they'll just figure it out later. But let me tell you, that's like walking blindfolded into a poker game and betting your whole paycheck on the first hand. Speaking of walking blindfolded, let's talk about the next big mistake that's keeping people broke without even realizing it. Imagine trying to win a game without knowing the score. Sounds ridiculous, right? But that's exactly what happens when people ignore their net worth. It's like playing Squid Game blindfolded, high stakes, zero awareness. Your net worth is your financial scoreboard. It tells you if you're winning, losing, or just stuck in neutral. Start by grabbing a notebook or opening a simple app like Personal Capital. Write down everything you own, cash, investments, even that old car in your driveway. Then subtract everything you owe, credit cards, student loans, that lingering car payment. Boom, that's your net worth. Most people avoid this step because they're scared of the number, but facing it is the first real move toward fixing your personal finance situation. Here's a mindset shift: seeing a negative number isn't failure. It's feedback. It's your financial GPS saying, hey, here's where we are, now let's figure out how to get where you want to be. This is where financial education kicks in hard. Once you know your number, you can start setting money habits that actually move the needle, whether that's paying off debt faster or boosting your savings rate. The crazy part? Most people will go years without doing this simple 10-minute task. And by the time they finally look, they've lost so much ground it feels overwhelming to catch up. But don't worry, next, we're gonna tackle one of the biggest reasons people stay stuck in survival mode. And trust me, it's more common than you think. Living paycheck to paycheck feels like you're constantly holding your breath, just waiting for the next deposit to survive. One unexpected bill, a car repair, medical cost, or even a missed workday, and your whole financial world flips upside down. It's like that episode in Breaking Bad when Walt's life spirals out just because of one small financial emergency. You don't want to be in that scene. The first money habit that breaks this cycle? Build an emergency fund. Start small. Just $1,000 can make a massive difference when life throws curveballs. Put it in a separate high-yield savings account where it's out of sight but easy to grab when needed. Apps like Ally or Marcus by Goldman Sachs are great for this. This isn't about saving for vacation, this is your financial seatbelt. Here's some real financial psychology for you. Every time you stash even $20 into that fund, you're rewiring your brain away from scarcity mode. That safety net gives you breathing room and mental clarity. Think of it like having your own personal financial airbag. It won't solve every crash, but it'll protect you from the worst hits. And guess what? Once that first $1,000 is in place, you'll start seeing money differently. You'll feel more in control and less like you're one step away from disaster. But here's where most people mess up next. They make long-term decisions, like taking on student loans, without any kind of future repayment strategy. Let's talk about that risky move next. Taking on student loans without a clear repayment plan is like signing up for a lifetime subscription you didn't even read the fine print on. It's like when Rory from Gilmore Girls dove into Yale, thinking it was just about following her dreams, without fully realizing how those tuition checks would haunt her after graduation. This isn't just debt, it's decades of your future income already spoken for. Before signing any loan papers, run the numbers. What's your expected starting salary for that degree? Will it realistically cover the monthly loan payments? Use online calculators like the one on studentaid.gov to get real with yourself. If your chosen career path pays $35,000 a year, taking on $100,000 in debt isn't a smart personal finance move, it's financial quicksand. There's also a psychological weight that comes with student debt. Every paycheck you get feels like it belongs to someone else. This crushes your ability to build wealth, invest, or even think about things like homeownership. Want better financial habits? Borrow less than you think you need. Get scholarships, work part-time, or start with community college. Hustle smart now, so you're not drowning later. Here's the cold truth: student loans aren't evil, they're just a tool. But without a clear plan, that tool turns into a trap. And speaking of traps, wait till you hear how using credit cards without a solid strategy can sabotage your financial freedom next. Credit cards can feel like free money at first, until the bill shows up and reality hits harder than a plot twist in Stranger Things. Swiping without a plan is like walking into a spiderweb you didn't see coming. It looks harmless until you're stuck, struggling, and losing sleep over interest rates. This is Personal Finance 101. Credit can build you up or break you down. Here's a solid financial tip: only use credit for things you can pay off in full at the end of the month. Treat it like a debit card with bonus points. Apps like Mint or Nab can help track spending so you don't fool yourself. That new pair of sneakers or random Amazon splurge? If it's not in the budget, skip it. Interest rates on most cards hover around 20%. That's like paying double over time for stuff that loses value fast. Let's dive into some financial psychology here. Credit card companies bank on impulsive habits. They know most people chase short-term rewards and ignore long-term pain. Remember that episode of Friends when Joey got into debt just trying to keep up with his lifestyle? That's real life for millions today. Break the cycle by setting spending limits and automating payment reminders. The goal isn't to fear credit, it's to master it. Use it strategically to build your credit score, rack up travel points, or earn cash back on things you'd buy anyway. But misuse it, and you're basically handing your future paychecks over to the bank. And speaking of waiting, the next financial trap most people fall into is thinking they'll invest someday. Let's get real about that next. Putting off investing feels harmless at first, like skipping the gym just for today. But those small delays snowball fast, and before you know it, years slip by. It's like in the office, when Jim keeps saying he'll talk to Pam at the right time, and suddenly, seasons later, he's still stuck. That's exactly how people treat investing, waiting for some magical perfect moment that never comes. Let's hit you with some real numbers. Investing just $50 a month starting at age 25 could grow to over $150,000 by retirement with average market returns. Wait 10 years? You'd have to invest almost triple that amount monthly to catch up. Compound interest doesn't wait for your motivation to kick in. This is one of the biggest financial education gaps people face. Financial psychology time. The fear of starting wrong keeps people from starting at all. They think they need thousands to begin or have insider Wall Street knowledge. That's total nonsense. Low-cost index funds like VOO or FXAIX let you get in the game with as little as $10 on platforms like Fidelity or Vanguard. Build the habit first, master the strategy later. Every dollar you invest today buys you more freedom tomorrow. It's not about getting rich overnight, it's about stacking small wins that snowball over time. And here's the thing, while investing is your offensive move, your daily spending habits are your defense. Let's talk about how your everyday choices are quietly shaping your entire financial destiny next. Every decision you make with money, no matter how small, stacks up like Lego bricks, building either a stable foundation or a wobbly mess. Proverbs 21 verse 5 nails it. The plans of the diligent lead surely to abundance, but everyone who is hasty comes only to poverty. This isn't just a cute quote, it's financial psychology backed by real-life outcomes. Think of Breaking Bad. Without the crime part, every choice Walter White made, good or bad, led to massive consequences. Want to build wealth? Start by locking in powerful money habits today. Automate your savings, track your spending, and check your bank app like it's your social media feed. Apps like Anab or Personal Capital make this easy. Small moves like packing lunch instead of eating out or putting an extra $20 toward debt may not feel like much today, but over time they're game changers in your personal finance journey. Long-term success isn't about sudden windfalls, it's about consistent, intentional actions. Picture the character Chris Gardner from The Pursuit of Happiness. He didn't wait for some big break, he showed up every day, made small sacrifices, and stayed committed to a plan. That's how real freedom happens. You don't need to win the lottery, you need to win today's choices. And here's the kicker, every financial win starts with a simple, repeatable step. The real question is, are you making choices that your future self will thank you for, or regret? And speaking of choices, wait until you hear how all these small steps tie back to the biggest financial bet you're making without even knowing it. So, after walking through all these financial wake-up calls, here's the million-dollar question. What are you going to do with this knowledge? Are you going to keep repeating the same habits and hoping for different results? Or are you finally ready to flip the switch and build a money mindset that actually works? Remember how in the beginning we talked about your betting your whole financial future? Without knowing it? Well, now you know better. And knowing better means doing better. Small daily choices, smarter financial psychology, better habits. That's how you stop gambling with your future and start taking control. Before you go, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Seriously. The next video could be the exact missing piece you've been needing. We're dropping straight to the point finance tips and real talk about how to make money, break bad habits, and finally build that personal finance game that sets you free. Don't miss it. And hey, if you're really serious about changing your financial life for good, I've put together something next level for you. It's called Holistic Health. Nourish your mind, balance your finances, transform your life. Inside, you'll learn how to create passive income streams, eliminate debt fast, and keep your mental focus razor sharp even when money stress hits hard. This isn't just theory, it's step-by-step, action-based stuff you can start applying today. No fluff, just real strategies that work. Click the link in the pinned comment now and start transforming your finances today. It's your time. Check out the material in the pinned comment.